Right, good evening everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for stopping by. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel, dropping a like on the video to help me reach a wider audience, and any comments or questions you may have, please leave them down below, and I always do my best to get back to you as soon as I possibly can. I'd like to talk about Ripple today, in an article I've just read where an attorney states that he believes Ripple are in a very good position to be winning this case, which for me personally, and I imagine a lot of people out there, would be great news, because this has been dragging on for over 2 years now. I've been sat in Ripple since 2017. I think I first started accumulating. It's one of my largest holdings, so once this lawsuit's done and dusted, whichever way it goes, we can see how the price will react. I believe that the result of this case, or the outcome rather, will have an impact on the market as a whole, because there will be some sort of regulation in place at that point, which is both a good thing and a bad thing. It's a sort of a double-edged sword, so we'll have to see how that plays out moving forward. But talking about the crypto market as a whole, we're going to start off by going through the cryptocurrency market. You can see we're up 3.12% with a market cap of 1.03 trillion. So we've recovered the gains we lost yesterday with the Binance BUSD news that came out. So market cap 1.029 trillion, 24-hour trading volume of 57 billion. Bitcoin dominance is around 41.6%. Nice to see Bitcoin back above 22,000. I'm sorry if you could hear my dog snoring back there. She's fast asleep and she has absolutely zero class, so apologies for that. Ethereum's up 4%. What about the rest of the top 10? BUSD is not a stable coin. Doge is up. I have no idea why Doge is in the top 10. It's just a shit coin. This is what interests me, the battle between Polygon and Solana. They're sort of neck and neck on the gains today. I'm interested to see if Solana can break into the top 10. I believe it will do at some point. Obviously not financial advice, but I'm keeping a very close eye on that, because I hold not a massive amount, but a reasonable amount of Solana. Moving on to the biggest rises for the last 24 hours. It's the same names really. GRT continues to do well. Singularity Net continues to do well. GMX, FTM, Phantom's doing well, which is nice to see. I've got not a massive amount, but I've got a decent sized bag of Phantom from my when I was delving into DeFi. I don't know if you've watched any of my videos on DeFi, but I've been in some DeFi protocols that are built on Phantom. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Let's move on to the XRP price. So we're up 1.75%, trading at 37 cents. So we have been around 40 recently, so we're not up where we are. There is definite resistance at 40 cents, which I'll show you on the chart shortly. Market cap, you could say approaching $20 billion. So we've got $19.2 billion. Circulating supply is still 50.7 billion XRP. 24-hour trading volume of $1 billion. So things looking good there. You can see we've had a slight recovery over the last 7 days. So there has been this pullback. We've had met resistance at 40 cents. I won't talk about sentiment because it's just a shill zone. Moving on to the chart, this is XRP on the daily. We do have a long trade setting up. We've got a golden cross just occurring there. The 50's moved above the 100. Any divergences from that? No divergences to suggest any more downward movement. We do have negative momentum, but it does look like it could switch at some point. The MACD line and the signal line are both hovering around the zero, so it's fairly neutral. We could carry on in this little range. If I just draw this in for you now, we could hover around this range for a bit longer. Just see how the candle closes today and how it's very interesting. But I want to see how we react to this 40 cents region, because it's definitely an area of resistance, and once we break through that, I see us heading towards 55 cents. There's clear air there. We'll be well above the 50 and 100. Actually, interestingly enough, we are below the 50 and 100 at the moment. We've been above them for since the 20th of January, so we have had a bad couple of days, but hopefully we'll recover those gains moving forward. So on to this article. It's a very short one, but I'll just quickly go through it. I'll link it down below so you can read it for yourselves. Ripple, we forced SEC to admit that XRP is a software code and no unregistered security, which is the SEC's argument that Ripple is, or XRP rather, is an unregistered security. A potential Ripple win against the SEC might be underway after attorneys said the SEC has admitted that Ripple is a software code. Prominent attorney John Deaton is putting his weight behind Ripple in case against Ripple holders. Ripple is one step ahead of the US Securities and Exchange Commission as yet again. The ongoing lawsuit filed against Ripple by the SEC has mostly been favouring Ripple, with many leaders in the crypto space backing the community and its native token. In other victorious news, John Deaton shared that Ripple has been able to successfully get the Securities and Exchange Commissions to finally admit that Ripple is a software code. John Deaton is an attorney, mostly revered in the Ripple space for showing support for Ripple and keeping Ripple supporters a step ahead with updates from the court case. Deaton said in a tweet, "Let me quote what we forced the SEC to admit. Stripped down, XRP is a software code. XRP, like gold, Bitcoin, Groves, etc., can be offered and sold as security. Whether the Ripple founders violated securities laws at some point is irrelevant to what XRP is today." Attorney John Deaton is standing 10 toes behind Ripple. John Deaton was replying to a Twitter user who said XRP was a scam. The user went on to claim that Chris Larsen, the co-founder of Ripple Labs, knew that XRP was a security back in 2012, and he admitted it. Obviously, Deaton disagrees. Deaton also disagrees with self-proclaimed Bitcoin creator Craig Wright, who called XRP a scam. Craig Wright, he's the bloke that thinks he's Satoshi. He's a bit of a prick. Deaton called him a pot kettle black in return. John Deaton wrote, I read the Bitcoin white paper. To be honest, I didn't understand all the technical stuff, but I knew I was reading something special that could change the world. Immediately, I had an immense respect and affection for the Satoshi guy. Apparently, he doesn't feel the same way. So basically, he's taking the piss out of Craig Wright. Prior to this, John Deaton was notably planning to submit a request to file an amicus brief. The brief was to be filed with respect to Zakhanov versus Ripple Labs lawsuit. The plaintiffs had claimed that Ripple offered XRP as an unregulated security. The group of plaintiffs is asking the court to certify a class of all XRP holders who purchased. John Deaton is arguing in defense of Ripple. His main talking point is focused on challenging their claims to prove that XRP is not an unregistered security. The case already has over 75,000 XRP holders who are not siding with plaintiffs. These holders will be present during the motion that we're held in California. They also believe that XRP is not a security. I'll link that article down below, but the more and more I'm reading about this, the more it looks like Ripple will win this, which I'm not entirely sure how it will affect price. I think even if they were to lose it, I think they would just pay the fine and we'd move on. It would just... The only thing that, in my opinion, this would result in is that it was going to be the SEC will go after another crypto, so they'll be dragged through the mud for like 2 years or something, and it's going to stagnate growth and could prevent further bull runs. Because to make no mistake, they do want to regulate this, and once this court case is decided, sorry, I need a sip of water. Excuse me. Once this case is decided, there will be some more regulatory clarity, and moving forward, other cryptocurrencies will know where they stand, and the SEC can go after them accordingly. But until this case is settled, it's still everything's in limbo. I'm going to leave it for there. I'll link the article down below. I wish you all a wonderful evening. Thank you for watching. I'm just going to keep an eye on this chart for a bit tonight. I think I've got some other work to do, but I want to go down to the 4 hourly and just keep an eye on things to see how this plays out for the next few hours. Well, for the next, how long we got? 3 hours. Actually, I probably won't watch all that. I'll go down to the hourly, see how this plays out moving forward. Yeah, we could be a little bit of a reaction at this zone. We'll see how it goes. We just pushed above the 100 on the hourly. Right, so I'm going to leave it for there. I wish you all a wonderful evening. If you could do me a favour and subscribe, help me to grow the channel. Drop a like on the video to help me reach a wider audience. Help out with the old algorithm, as they like to say. And any comments or questions, please leave them down below. And I'll do my best to get back to you as soon as I possibly can. There's a little bit of head and shoulders pattern there. I'll leave it there though. I'm rabbiting on a bit. Okay, bye for now.